time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Gore N More podcast. This is your host with the motherfucking most, TJ Bowser, and join me today is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Big Johnny D.
What's up, Gorehounds?
And the killing machine himself, Bobby Amone.
What's up, everybody?
Today is March 15th, 2021, and we got a doozy of an episode for you today. But first, you know what time it is. It's time for your Slice of Life. Big Johnny D, what did you do?
Buddy. What did I do? I had a nice chill week, man. Did a little bit of home improvements around the house. Exactly. Pretty much got our little mudroom done. Had to put together a fucking
What they call it these
shelf. Yes, sir. But no, it's nice to have a room updated from the 1970s to current time. Get rid of that paneling. But
don't tell me. Wait, was it pink?
no, pink paneling? No.
Well,
My garage is still paneled though, so it's still that 1978 just deliciousness right there. No, I went and visited my grandma this week. She's in the hospital. She fell and actually broke her hip and fucked herself up pretty good about 2 weeks ago. And yeah, so I saw her and she's doing as good as she can do, I would say, for being a 90-year-old woman who just broke her hip. Yeah, right. And top of that, like obviously with all COVID regulations, dude, you can't even fucking really go visit. So the way we visited her is luckily a nurse was cool enough. She used her cell phone and we fucking hung outside the window with each other for about an hour.
There you go.
I will say something, and this may be a little bit more somewhat supernatural topic. So a little shout out to Scuba Steve. But as we were waiting for my grandma to come up to the window, we were there for like a couple minutes. My grandpa, he passed away, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. Long story short, he used to really like smoking vanilla Cavendish out of his pipes. So we're waiting there for my grandma and blah, blah, blah. As soon as we turn around and we see her pull up to the window, dude, just huge rush out of nowhere of vanilla smell. It was so fucking weird. I even had to question my mom. I'm like, are you wearing something? She's like, no, why? I'm like, do you smell that? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? And dude, just as soon as I said that, it literally just went away. It was like, I don't know, say what you want, believe what you want. I just thought it was very nice. It was very calming feeling, I would say. Other than that, man, enjoyed the weekend, did a little bit of gaming, watched this sweet movie. So much to say. Other than that, man, just and enjoying the rest of my homies shit they fucking pump out from this Project Louder, man. Check all that shit out. Had some new comics and kaijus I watched a little bit yesterday on the YouTubes. Mm-hmm. Oh man, good shit, dude. I got to listen to your guys' episode 4 there of Lights, Camera, Exploitation.
Yeah,
especially
pretty.
I like Razorback, dude. It's always been a fun movie. It's been a long time since I've watched it.
Yeah, it blew my mind.
Was that your first time watching it, bud?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, so I definitely got to check that out because I'm definitely interested to hear you guys' takes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the same director as Highlander?
Yes, sir.
I believe so. Awesome. But other than that, man, just been waiting to hang out with you homies today. Chad, how you been, buddy?
I've been okay, I guess. We had a nice 3-day weekend. We took the kids up to Splash Lagoon, which is an indoor water park in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Very nice.
Had a good time. I came home with an ear infection, unfortunately.
Not very nice.
No.
Have you been taking it in the ear again?
Ooh.
I have. But no, I went to the doctor yesterday and was diagnosed with swimmer's ear, so it is definitely related to the urine-soaked water, I'm sure. Lots of kitties playing and peeing.
Yummy.
The pH level. The P's too high.
It's pain. Look out for the pain.
Oh. Gross.
So we went up there and we had a decent time, but unfortunately, early Saturday morning, Steph's grandfather passed away.
Oh no!
Aw, condolences.
And we didn't, her parents didn't want to tell us because they wanted, to respect, the fact that we had a little mini vacation, didn't want to disturb that. But unfortunately, other people decided to blast it all over social media, and that's how my wife found out.
That's the fucking shit, dude. Fuck that.
That's a bad day.
Yeah. So unfortunately that happened. So
Oh
she
God,
and her-
we're live in Rants from the Black Lodge group, and Brandon just tagged one of the actors from Slumber Party Massacre 3 in the comment section.
Sweet.
But we have no
Sweet.
idea which actor.
Oh.
Oh,
Or TJ might. I don't know.
it's not.
Yeah.
fun.
But yeah, that, like I was saying, that unfortunately happened. So now we have that coming up too on our plate.
Once again, dude, condolences for her family, bud.
Yeah,
Thanks,
absolutely.
guys.
So-
They'll appreciate it.
So for the ear thing, did you have to go get some fucking medicine for that shit, or is it just like
Yeah, they gave me drops. I have to put 3 drops in my ears, and they gave me antibiotics to take.
that shit always feels funky, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You have the wife do it for you, or you just do it?
Oh, I just do it. It doesn't bother me.
See, I don't know. My wife's weird, dude. She liked doing it, so I was just like, whatever, dude.
She
Oh,
probably
I
thinks
do-
it's torture.
I can take
Does
all
she-
this out of context. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Does your wife also like pimping popples and popping
Pimping-
pimples? And,
I knew where you were going, buddy.
Waffles and shit.
just like popping pimples and
No.
peeling dead skin off your back.
Yes, on that. No, on
Pimpin'
the
Popples,
first one.
baby.
Pimping popples.
Yeah, not on the no on the first one. That's just gross. And the
That
only
is
person
not gross. That is love. Okay.
listen, the only
No,
person I
no.
know that actually like really likes that is my sister, and I give her shit for that all the time. Like, you're so fucking weird. Like, why do you want to pop a pimple?
Have
Like,
you
my-
never
my-
done it?
to myself,
step-
yes. To somebody else's, no.
Yeah, my
Sorry, Chad, go
stepsister
ahead.
loves that show, Dr. Pimple Popper. I'm like, that is so disgusting.
Oh, that's a
How can you
great
watch that?
fucking show.
No,
yeah.
no.
Listen, I'm not gonna
No.
lie. You could totally suck me into a 10-minute video of some dude getting some bug cleaned out of his ear. I'm totally down for that shit, dude. But like the giant cyst and everything, I don't know. Sometimes that
See,
shit's too
I'm
much.
gross. I sit
I don't
there
wanna-
and watch
I don't
I'm
wanna
that
not
show.
saying I
all
don't
day.
watch it. I'm just not saying I enjoy it while I watch it.
Yeah, I eat while I watch that shit. I'm that.
Mm. I hope
That
you're
stuff's
eating cottage
not-
cheese while you were eating it.
Absolutely. I'm like this.
Oh,
Oh, John, your face said it all. That was a great.
so gross, dude.
I'm eating a calzone while the cheese drips out.
Man, I was fiending a calzone after somebody said they had one today.
Oh, no way. No way.
Oh, you were?
That's what TJ said.
Ooh.
The guy that's literally tagged as weirdo in the credits.
Ha.
That's awesome.
No, that's what it said in the credits. It said weirdo.
No, I know.
Yeah, that's exactly what it said.
Man. So what else? How else has your week been, bud?
Oh, it's been all right. Came back. I guess apparently Friday was a huge clusterfuck at work with like 36 orders. And I guess night shift was there till like 6 in the morning. And they're usually only there till like 12:30.
Ouch.
Sucks,
Night
but it is
shift.
what it
Didn't
is.
we review that? Oh.
Did we?
No, it's night school.
Oh,
You say different.
wait a
different
minute.
night
Like,
movie.
go back.
Night
now, you're
school.
dirty.
Night school. Night shift was a comedy with Henry Winkler.
Yes. Thank you. I was like, I
I
know
think
that's
there
a
were
fucking
hookers in
movie.
that. I don't remember. I think hookers were in it.
With
I'm not
young
sure.
Henry Winkler, it's possible.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Got hookers on the bud.
Okay.
They got pimping popples and hookers and
Pimping Popples.
That sounds like
New
a
t-shirt.
party for a few of us. I can tell you.
That's our new t-shirt, Pimping
Yeah.
Popples.
Ooh. Speaking of
hookers.
t-shirt, and I think let's all take a second and wish a happy belated birthday to one of our most favorite persons on this podcast. Mr. Dean Cunder.
Happy birthday, Mr. Dean Cundy.
It was
And I believe
75th birthday.
yeah, that's right, buddy. Yes, yeah.
yesterday was Cronenberg's birthday, I believe.
Was it?
How old is
Happy-
Mr. Cronenberg?
Ooh.
Happy belated to Cronenberg too.
Happy belated to him.
Cronenberg's timeless, didn't you know?
Did you see that picture of Cundy, dude? He was looking
Oh, that
very
dude looked-
suave in that Hawaiian
Yes, he
shirt.
was.
Dude.
He's still working.
I
He's
love
still-
that.
He's
He's
working
still-
on shorts. Yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
I just love his wardrobe, dude. I'm down.
75? Is that
I
what
want
he
the
is?
Cundy style, dude.
He's 75 and he does not look it. That dude is
No, he
not
looks
for his age.
great.
He's a
for his
god
age.
among men.
Really does.
He is. He really is.
He is.
I only hope he listens to this.
One day we will have
Please,
him on
Mr.
one of our
Dean
podcasts.
Cundy, listen to us.
Oh, my
Love
God.
you.
Absolutely.
Brandon, we know you
Okay.
did, and you are amazing. We love you, Brandon. Speaking of Brandon Lane, stay tuned to Rants from the Black Lodge for an exciting announcement coming soon. It's going to be a good
Oh.
one. Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh.
Who are we on? Who are we on?
We are still on Chad.
Chad Daddy?
Yeah, let's move on to Bobby. Bobby, how's your weekend, buddy?
Very chill weekend. I didn't spend any money on horror shit, thank God, or I would have been broke.
Slacker.
You sound like you're going through rehab. You're like, thank God I didn't fucking spend any horror money.
No. He's waiting. He's waiting for the stimmy to hit.
Stimmy!
I'm waiting for that to stimmy so I could just be like this. I'll take 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. What's that? Yeah, 3 of those, please. But no, it's just it was a very chill weekend. Nothing too exciting going on, so there wasn't too much horror other than watching this beautiful movie for 2 puffy reasons, for a couple of well-rounded reasons.
You motherfucker.
Of course, you bring out the puffies.
Them shits are puffy like popcorn, dude.
I do have to say that I will start the work on Death by Dildo really soon, like a shirt.
Yeah. When we get to that, I have some comments to say.
I feel like that's movie,
we got to work up to that. We got to work up to that.
Yeah.
Wait. All right, here's what I'm going to say as a teaser.
Oh,
Girl's best friend, deadly. Never better than
Just say there's a reason there's batteries now.
Oh, they'll still electrocute you if they have to.
Bobby's an expert. Okay.
Oh,
I wouldn't know. Other than that, just really chill. So I didn't really work on too much. But this week I'll catch up on that. That's about it with me. Boss man, what about you, buddy boy?
Well, this weekend we recorded a new episode of Lights Camera Exploitation. We did Razorback. Super excited to share all that with you guys. This morning, I got greeted to 4 Project Louder podcasts being on the Apple iTunes charts, various places across the world. It was a really, really cool thing. I think this is the most we've had all simultaneously at once, which is just really cool. Most of the shows have charted at some point, but it's cool to see the Power Hour back up in the charts again, especially seeing that we haven't done any new episodes since last November. So thank you to all the supporters and people who are re-listening to content. Means a lot to us. Ghoulies Unflushed is crushing it in Canada and Great Britain right now. They are just fucking up in those charts, and they're just maintaining like hell. It's been really cool, and Wrestling Ruin's been doing really well in the United States. So shout out to all the Project Louder supporters out there. It means the world to all of us, and we can't wait to share what we have in store with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I got some movies in. I got American Psycho, Jaws in 4K, and then I got Green Room, which is the next episode of LCE. And Taryn and I watched Jaws in 4K, and that was pretty fucking cool. The moment we got it, she's like, we got to watch this. We popped it in. Oh, the image quality is just waves.
I'm not going to lie. When you sent that picture, bud, I just quick skimmed it. I thought you got Jaws 3 in 4K, which for some reason made me really excited. I don't know why, but I was just like, oh shit, they made that. And like, I
would have been, Johnny, I would have been the same. Like, wait a minute, what?
Because listen, I know Jaws 3 gets some hate, dude, but I love Jaws 3.
They did just announce right before we went live, Tommy Boy Schneike's edition in 4K. And then they announced, what was the other one, Bobby?
Edition.
Oh, yeah, that's a Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so we're getting some proper releases. I'm hyped. I love Chris Farley, and that movie is hyper nostalgic for me. So,
I just told TJ before I was ready to buy the Blu-ray, but then he said 4K, and I'm like, nope.
Did you pre-order your Last Action Hero yet?
No, I didn't. So I got to do that this week. I gotta. I need me some Arnold in my life, as if I don't have enough of it.
Fucking A. So, enough of this. Let's get on with this week's review of 1990 Slumber Party Massacre 3. Directed by Sally Matson. Written by Catherine Kieran, right? Kyron?
Siren. I don't know. Siren.
Produced by Roger Corman. Produced by Roger Corman and Catherine Siren. Starring Keely Christian as Jackie Cassidy, Britton Fry as Ken Whitehouse, Michael Harris as Morgan, credited as M.K. Harris, David Greenlee as Duncan, Brandy Burkett as Diane, Hum Marie Carlton as Janine, Maria Claire as Susie, this got a big-ass cast, Maria Ford as Maria, Garen Grimsby as Michael Block, Devin Jenkin as Sarah Mason, David Kriegel as Tom, David Lawrence as Frank Barnes, Lulu Wilson as Juliet, Alexander Falk as Detective Davis, Wayne Grace as Officer O'Reilly, Yan Birch as Weirdo on Beach. Shout out if you're watching, bro. Ron Smith as Uncle Billy, and Marta Kober as the Pizza Girl.
Anyone recognize her?
I've heard that name before. Where we see this at?
Friday the 13th, Part 2.
Oh,
she was Sandra.
Okay. Fucking A.
All right.
Music by Jamie Sheriff. Cinematography by Jürgen Baum. Edited by Tim Amex. Distributed by New Concord. Released September 7th, 1990. Runtime of 87 minutes. Budget $350,000. Gross $1.2 million. Chad.
Roll that beautiful beam footage, baby.
Play that bitch.
Summertime. And the only thing the girls of Malibu Beach need is good music, good friends, and guys.
So, what's it worth to you? And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, a guy like that is just the kind of guy we need at the party tonight.
They just invited the wrong guy.
Where are these open scenes of this house coming from?
It began the most terrifying horror series of the decade. Now, the Driller Killer's back. Slumber Party Massacre, Part 3.
Okay,
Really
you
need
guys.
a title.
You guys said that the VHS box gives away the killer. That trailer gives the whole thing away.
True that.
Yeah. I didn't. Good thing we didn't watch the trailer before watching the movie. Then.
Yeah, or else we wouldn't have had to watch the movie.
I mean, not that it was that hard to really deduce, but
Right.
This is true.
School's out. Everyone's headed to the beach. A typical vacation. 7 California co-eds are dressed to kill, and a murderer is dressed to drill. He's a maniac looking for luscious bods to board, and it's looking like he'll find them at the Slumber Party Massacre. Mysterious murderer armed with a drill is killing people, yet at the beginning, nobody notices him till it's too late. Meanwhile, a group of teenage girls decide to have a slumber party, and some of their boyfriends drop by. When the party busts out of their 90s and break out the brews, but the driller killer's out for a thrill with his drill, and he's ready to kill. Boys?
Yeah.
This
That was great, by the way.
well, great movie, but I think I still like part 2 of it.
I really enjoyed this one.
It was much better than I expected. Much better than I expected.
Yeah, that I will say. It was definitely better than I
So before we say how much we love it, let's hear from my co-host from Lights Camera Exploitation about how much he hates it. Okay?
Ooh. I figured Brody was probably going to poo-poo on this a little bit.
Yeah, a little poo-poo. Just a little.
Well, howdy doody there, folks. It is your DKB here, back for another episode of Gore N More. And this week, I'm here to talk to you about Slumber Party Massacre 3. Now, might I add to you that I did go in with an open mind on this film, and by the time the end credits were rolling, I had mixed feelings about this film. Only due to the fact that I'd seen the majority of this film in the first film. If it wasn't the visual representation, it was the storytelling. And overall, I'm not saying this is a bad film. I think it was entertaining, especially in the third act. It was a little bit slow at the start, but it builds up to a pretty good payoff. But yeah, I just didn't feel for these characters. You know, if you're gonna want to try and do something different, at least have these characters that you feel for. I don't know. That's probably what I would have done. Because when they died, you don't really give a shit about them. And I was thinking at the time, motherfuckers do it very creative instead of with a drill all the fucking time. But in saying that, we do get one fucking awesome kill, and that's death by dildo. I didn't realize dildos could fucking kill you like that. And so if you have a 1990s dildo, please discard it now because it will fucking zap you to death.
It could be 89, honestly.
You might try and help you out.
Or it could have been 90, whichever.
Yeah, the cinematography.
Sure, I guess depends on what it was made in 90.
Nah, it's pretty average. The story overall, as I said, from the first film, you know, if you're going to do something, you should have done something at least a bit different with this. You know, make it a little bit more controversial, especially for a late 80s, early 90s film. You could have got away with so much. Make it a real freaky, naughty fucking slumber party. There you go, problem solved.
Jeez, he's trying to make it a porn here.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet this week.
Can you blame him?
I'm going to give it
All of a sudden, the driller killer's a gimp. Like,
I'm going to give it a 2 just because I'm feeling really generous.
Wow.
Anyway, this is your DKB signing out. I better go and take a massive fucking
very nice.
That was the perfect ending to his video.
I love that he even has the fade out. Wow.
That's so fucking cool.
Oh, thank you, Brody. Thank you.
But yeah, thank you for that one.
Yeah, I think that this takes inspiration from all the films that came before it in the 80s, especially in the slasher subgenre, and then takes the best of the first two films, smushes them together. And yeah, this is just kind of an amalgamation of an entire subgenre, and somebody that kind of either loves or hates it and just wants to make fun of it or really pay tribute to it. I haven't decided that yet, but yeah, it's a fun film.
Funny enough, I actually did a little bit digger deep in on this one for some reason. I don't know why. But the director, this was her first time movie, and she's not even a horror person. Like, she was there just because she's like, I need a gig and I want to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either take it as she did a great job, or, you know, I mean, like, it was interesting to hear her take on the movie in itself, because the one scene that I probably feel is the most questionable, and I would assume you guys would agree, but maybe I could be wrong, is obviously the weirdly overly long blind potential rape scene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't even the director's choice to put in the movie.
So whose was it?
That was the producers, because the movie was too short and they needed to make it a little bit longer. And so she was just like, yeah, they made me put that in there, and I definitely did not want to put that in. And she seemed kind of pissed off in her interview when she was talking about it too.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't need it for sure. It was definitely like, it, or if you had to have it, you could have shortened it.
Yeah. But,
okay, so this movie, I agree with Chad. I like this movie better than the second one. The second one was different just because it was such a fever dream. But I also feel, because of the fever dream, I feel like the edits could be more forgivable in the second one than per se this one.
Yeah, I gotta say, calling it a fever dream. That's it. Calling it a fever dream is a very accurate way to describe that.
Hey, you know what's funny? The song that plays at the end is called Fever Dream, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Yep.
No shit.
I mean, that's exactly what it fucking is. This one, I mean,
Brody definitely was right about not really feeling any connection to any characters, because we're sitting there, and it's close to the end of the movie, and Steph's sitting there watching it with me. I looked at him like, do any of these characters even have names?
I felt the same way. I was like, I don't remember your name at all.
Well, they don't establish any like really character type or anything. They just kind of introduce them and like, okay, here's Potter.
Girls who are gonna have a slumber party. Boom.
And we're gonna have guys come over and get killed.
I will say, I wish they almost went a little bit more into the backstory of why our killer snapped. I mean, like, it gives you it so you know, but like, I don't know.
I feel there should have been something a little more deep rooted.
Listen, I don't know. I don't really want to go digging too much deeper into Uncle Bad Touch.
Listen, that's fine. I just want to see more of his van. Honestly, I think that's kind of where I'm going with it. Like, he had this crazy fucking homage van. With,
he has like
candles and shit.
I thought he was going to summon the devil or something with all the candles and shit.
Dude, like full on fucking satanic temple in his little fucking SWAT van. I'm like, show me more of that.
I was honestly expecting them to say that he was possessed by the ghost of the first killer or something. They should have taken that route. That would have been pretty interesting.
You know, what was the name of the first killer? Or we don't know.
I don't even know if he had a name. I think it was just Driller Killer.
What if that was his uncle?
Well, no, his uncle was a cop.
His uncle was
Driller Killer. The Driller Killer was an escaped convict. Or was he a mental patient?
I don't. No, I think you're escaped convict.
I think convict.
I think he was a convict, and then the first kills he got was in the van, right?
Yes.
God, it's been.
Yeah, so there's no connection other than the fact that this guy's also a driller killer.
It's just and the first kill of the movie, they literally give you the homage to the other two.
Granted, I think the concept of the driller killer is a rip off of another film anyway.
Hey, hold on a second, guys. I got to refresh. Hold on, guys.
Okay.
Right. Just continue.
We'll be back.
Bobby, John.
What other film are you talking about, buddy?
Yeah.
Isn't there a movie called The Driller Killer?
Actually, yeah, there is.
That
Driller
predates
Killer.
both.
These? I gotta see this now.
Not by a lot, though. Not by a lot.
1979.
Oh wow, that is quite a bit.
So never mind. That is a lot.
Black comedy slasher film.
Really?
Yep.
I feel like we have to like kind of throw that in there now, dude, just because it. You know what I mean?
Yep, and he uses a drill. Yeah.
And it's just called The Driller Killer.
Yep.
But is it this intense power drill like we got here?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure it is, dude. It has to be. It's not going to be just your normal little Makita, like Uncle Buck style.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think of too.
I mean, Uncle Buck still scared the shit out of somebody. Don't get me wrong.
Cigar in his hand and shit. It's a great.
Got a hatchet in it.
Yeah, in that film, it's a power drill.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, it's a straight up fucking power drill.
No. So I will say with this movie, like, it definitely has the cheese.
Oh yeah,
cheese, and it has the sleaze. Yeah, like it.
What did I say it used to describe this movie in the chat? I said
cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz. And
it's bad.
You know
for
what?
you,
it's not even.
But it's not
even good cheese whiz. It's like aftermarket cheese.
It's only good in Philly.
What about a Twinkie dog sandwich?
Okay, fair enough.
No,
but now I want one of those.
Wait, no, that was the canned cheese. That wasn't even real cheese whiz. That was the canned cheese.
Well, yeah, isn't that? I mean, that's what cheese whiz is, right?
Basically
it's
what
cheese
whiz is.
Cheese whiz comes in a jar. It's a little different. It's not in that freaking aerosol
fair enough.
can.
I always thought cheese whiz was the fucking like aerosol.
So I was like,
really?
No.
I'm
Cheese
learning
comes
new shit every
yeah,
day.
It's like that the jars that salsa and stuff comes in. I've seen it like that. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Like nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
Is Chad stroking out, or are we good?
I think
A
he's
little
good.
bit.
Okay.
Just a little strokey.
Just a little strokey.
Just a little bit.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Okie dokie.
I'm holding on.
So, was this everybody's first viewing of this?
Yes.
It was
Yes.
mine. So,
It's out of. I will take the time right now to say that this movie's out of print and only exists on DVD format. The Blu-ray that was a double feature with Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3, offered by Scream Factory, is no longer in print and goes for about $300 on eBay right now.
holy shit!
I do know one person that has one for sure, and that's Brandon Stoudenheimer. From Box Office Banner, and the son of a gun won't sell it to me for no matter how much I offer for trade. So
listen, all right, let's just be real here real quick. I understand this series obviously has some great following. $300.
Yeah,
no,
but when did it go into print?
There's no validating that. Sorry.
When did it go into print? If it went into print over like 10 years ago, which if it's a DVD format, it's possible. You're talking about like early 2000s?
Maybe it's not easy to justify the prices to you guys with some of these, but they're limited pressing. They're that of like 1,000 or that of 3,000. So
I guess my biggest fear would be I would spend that, and then
what they do is these companies buy the rights to these films for an X amount of time, and they have that amount of time to print them and sell them. And then once those are gone, they can't make any more of them. And that's the type of scenario that we see with a lot of these. So if you don't buy them, there's an option that if they don't get picked up secondhand, that you won't get them again.
So what's the over under on the fact that Bloody Disgusting is going to print an article on this shit in about 2 weeks, and then we're going to see a DVD re-release or a Blu-ray?
Let me contact my bookie, and I'll get back to you.
All right.
Shall we place bets on this, folks?
It's not a bad
an easy
idea.
win, maybe. Right?
Well, I'm going to bet $50 out of the gate that it's going to be by the end of the week.
At least an article, right?
Watch a retrospective of the electric drill subgenre.
Yep.
Like,
right. It won't be exactly like on the nose, but it'll be right fucking.
It'll be there. Trust me.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Fucking A.
So what do you say, gentlemen? Should we take a peek behind that curtain?
Lift up that skirt,
Well-
Chad.
Ooh.
Well, we took a peek behind those bras. Now let's get behind the pants.
But we'll try. My internet isn't being the best today for some weird ass reason. Okay. Yeah, it happens. Hope Marie Carlton did her own stunt in which she crashes through the glass door.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Which was the opening scenes on the beach were shot.
Oh.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say she was in that interview that I watched with the director, and she was talking about how everybody gave her shit. They were like, "Oh, you didn't do that." She's like, "You can literally see my face in the fucking like in the scene. Like you can't fake that."
Nice.
The opening scenes were just rejected Baywatch pilot shots.
Yeah, they were shot in the beach, and they were shot in the beach on a freezing cold day in January.
Ooh.
Jan Birch worked only 2 days on this film.
Is he the red herring?
Yes.
Yep.
The weirdo on
random
the beach.
Hey, who's this random Norwegian guy?
He looks Norwegian.
Who may or may not have just been trying to bring the ad book back to them. We'll never know.
Yep.
The Slumber Party Massacre trilogy is the only slasher series to have not only all-female directors, writers as well.
Very nice.
There's
awesome.
Do you have anything in your notes about the spin-off series about of these films?
No.
From the same producers? Okay. Well, you keep doing that. I'll look that up real quick. Keep going.
Okay, the opening beach scenes were shot on location at Venice Beach, while the interiors of the house were filmed at Roger Corman's studio in Venice, Los Angeles, California. The girls on the movie's poster do not appear in the film at all.
Nope.
After completed, the leftover set was used for another Roger Corman that was unrelated to its predecessor, Sorority House Massacre Part 2.
There we go. Okay, so here it is. This is part of what they call the Massacre franchise, thanks to Roger Corman. Okay. Massacre films are films part of the slasher films executive produced by Roger Corman. This includes Slumber Party Massacre 82 to 1990, the Sorority House Massacre series from 86 to 1990, the Cheerleader Massacre series from 2013 to 2011, both distributed by New World and New Concord. The series also features the standalone film Sharkensaw Women's Prison Massacre.
That's
Say that title again?
Yeah.
Sharkensaw Women's Prison Massacre.
That's a hell of a title.
It's like Arkansas, but with sharks.
Sharkensaw. Dude, I only envision a sci-fi channel with some shitty animated sharks circling around a penitentiary of just hot women.
That's what it sounds like.
That's probably a pretty accurate description of it too.
I'm fucking sold. Let's do it.
It's crazy because some of these are Jim Wynorski films.
No shit.
Sorority House. Didn't you watch Sorority House Massacre, Bobby, for a review?
No, I watched Sorority Row. Yeah. It was the House on Sorority Row, the original one.
Okay, I watched Sorority House Massacre. It's pretty much I think it's like a Halloween ripoff, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that I knew that's something that existed because when you bought the DVDs during a printing, they said Massacre series on the top. And so that made me look into it more.
That's right.
Yep. Chad, continue.
In an interview, director Sally Madison admitted she hated horror films and only took this one when offered by Roger Corman because it was first opportunity for her to direct a feature film, like John said. Many fans and critics feel her lack of enthusiasm and commitment is why this is the weakest entry. They pointed out it's basically just a by-the-numbers rehash of most of the scenes from the previous two films. This ended up being the only film she directed, though she did produce several low-budget thrillers.
Fair enough. I mean... Well, he's not wrong. That's not wrong to an extent.
Right.
He's not.
Especially not her not having right. If her not having a horror background and she literally just watched the first two movies before doing this, I could definitely see that.
Because that's why I said it before that I like the second one a little better because you said Fever Dream, but I like the craziness of it. This one to me was to me lacking that in a lot of ways.
Listen, I love the drill in itself in the second one, dude. That is fucking money.
That was
for
insane. Yeah.
days, man. Like that is a prop that there's no way once you see it, you know what I mean? Like you don't know what it is. Like,
I say that the only kill in this movie that kind of feels Slumber Party Massacre to me is the opening kill.
The first one, right?
Yeah, the drill through the seat.
I feel like that's a staple of this franchise.
You didn't think? I mean, he did the pizza girl in that way too in the street. But would you take that maybe not so much this series because it was like right out in the open?
No, because if you got to think about it, Driller Killer was chasing him through a construction zone and shit.
That's true.
Yeah. No shot.
Which we kind of got a shot of that.
A little
too.
bit.
We got a warehouse full of tools and shit.
And we didn't get a kill there. We just got a cut on the kill.
See, you know what? I don't know if you can argue because yes, he walks away, but you see him fucking dead against the window later. Which how did he get to the house is which I don't fucking know, but I took it as he was dead.
Because he can't walk, that's for sure.
Listen, if that one dude literally took a fucking clothesline to the face with a drill and that killed him, then everybody else died pretty easy.
Brody says one of the chicks was in the Dream Master.
Yeah, it was I think it was the chick who jumped through the glass. She was in Dream Master, and it was the chick in the bed that came up in the water dream there, whatever the fuck it was. Do you hear something?
Oh, the one with the real nice.
Yeah. And then I can't remember which Friday 13th one, like Greg said, was it 7?
Neighbor kids again.
I mean, I'm picking up a kid from somebody's feed.
Nay on mine, sir.
That's probably mine. I can hear my son whining through the door.
Okay.
So I only got the one, and I always tell her.
We can't hear shit, but our microphones can.
I don't have kids.
Bobby's like, I am the kid, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Shout out to all the Gorehounds here, by the way.
Yeah,
thank you.
Keep it going.
Okay. When the actresses auditioned, they knew their roles would involve nudity, but after they were cast, some of them refused to go nude, including Playboy playmate Hope Marie Carlton, who had been posing nude for years and performed nude in previous films. Director Sally Madison agreed to let them keep their clothes on. That's one reason why producer Roger Corman, who preferred a lot of nudity in his films because he knew that's what helped sell them, later forced Madison to reshoot the scene where actress Maria Ford was attacked. That time, the killer ripped off her lingerie, so all she wore was a thin thong. So, puffy nips. They reshot her death scene.
Yeah.
Marta Kober, who played the pizza girl, was also in Friday the 13th Part 2 as Sandra. Coincidentally, 2 stars of the previous Slumber Party Massacre Part 2, Juliette Cummins and Heidi Kozak, were also in the franchise. Juliette was in Part 5 as Robin, and Heidi was in Part 7 as another girl named Sandra.
Damn.
Shit.
Okay.
All right.
But I think we mentioned that one before because I don't remember the one from Part 5. But anyway,
I do.
When the TV's turned on to confuse the killer, one of the Deathstalker movies can be seen playing. That's another Roger Corman franchise.
Nice.
This was the only acting role of Lulu Wilson, who played Juliet.
Poor Juliet.
The rape and murder of the character Maria was a reshoot of that scene. The director was very against it because she felt it was gratuitous and glorified the sexual abuse of women, something she wanted to avoid. She only included it because it was a direct order from Roger Corman. It also helps explain the continuity errors in the film. And my wife even noticed this. When she's attacked, the 3 other girls rush to her aid, but presumably just stand there and watch her get stripped naked, molested, and murdered while standing around doing nothing.
What the fuck? Thank you. Okay.
Originally, after falling to the floor, she was immediately killed, as evident in the long shot of her murder, where her nightgown is still on. I didn't notice that was still on.
Thank you, Brody. Yes. She was the one that got the fucking air, the squeaky horn, right?
Yeah, right in the eye.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One of the best kills.
The original R-rated VHS of the film, released by New Horizons Home Video, runs 75 minutes. There's also an unrated version released to video by the same company, which runs 80 minutes. This release contains more dialogue and a few extra scenes, as well as several gory images cut from the initial release. In 2000, New Concord released the film on DVD and VHS as the R-rated version. However, it contains all the extra footage released on the unrated VHS, plus an additional 7 minutes of scenes, clocking the film at 87 minutes. And this is the most complete version of the film available, which means that's probably the version we all watched on YouTube as well.
Was the length?
It was an hour and
27 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Good shit.
Yeah, that's all I got. There's not a whole lot behind the
Yeah, I
scenes.
was gonna say, I think if I remember right, the extended scenes were like when he was slapping that one girl in the bed.
Mhm.
Like they made that a little bit longer and more uncomfortable. And
A little bit.
Yeah, right. Just a smidge.
Just like that much. Itch.
Oh man. All righty, gentlemen. Let's see. Big questions. I got one for you.
I gotta hear
This one doesn't have anything to do with the movie.
Mhm.
Gentlemen, how do you eat a Starburst?
Which Starburst?
Any Starburst. I don't give a shit. How do you eat it? Do you chew it up and swallow it like a hog, or do you like enjoy it and suck on it, get the juices out?
Suck on it, then chew.
The only reason I ask is this was a huge debate in our household a week ago, and I thought it would be fucking funny to break it. Dude, I don't know how it got. I brought in like all my other friends from work and shit.
I mean,
Somehow
I guess
it became a huge debate of how you eat a Starburst, because
I guess it would
50-50.
It would depend on the flavor. The lemon ones, you don't really want to suck on them too much.
No, you gotta.
I disagree, dude. I rock them like a lollipop, like a soft lollipop. That's how I would say. Whereas, like, okay, so this is how it even came up. I handed one to my daughter, handed one to my sister, handed one to my mother. My daughter was instantly like, "I'll have another one, please." And I'm like, "I just gave you one." She's like, "I already ate it." I was like, "That's not how you fucking eat a Starburst." Like, did you just mouth that? So that's what
obviously.
And not that you've ever had to really think about it.
Okay, gentlemen, what's the best flavor of Starburst?
Yeah,
I think everybody's gonna be different. See, I got to go orange. I love my orange, dude.
See, I love red. I love orange. I love.
It's a toss up between the lemon and the strawberry for me.
But then again, I just tried the fruit punch for the first time today, and that was pretty fucking good.
Those are good.
So
those are good.
I go with sour candy, so I don't really fuck with Starburst too much.
That's fine. I just it was just such a funny thing because like she brought in all her girlfriends. She's like, I got to figure this fucking out, and like everybody just seemed to be 50-50. Some people are just like throw it in the mouth, chew it 1, 2, 3 like a fucking like the lollipop blow pop, and then whoop, down the hatch it goes.
Lollipop blow pop.
That's right, baby. But let's see. Big questions of the film. All right. So we're gonna say obviously that he was touched by his uncle when he was younger. Was he possessed by his uncle? Seeing that his uncle actually, or like why the snap? Like,
He
why
felt
did he
disrespected somehow? Something said triggered him.
Like was it because he couldn't get closure because he died?
I wonder
Or
if
like,
it was the sexual
why?
encounter.
I would say it's probably the fact he didn't get closure and that.
Well, it couldn't be the sexual encounter because he already killed the girl at the beach right in the beginning.
I think it has to do with the newspaper article about his uncle committing suicide. I think he intended I think he intended fully to come back to kill his uncle, and he was robbed of that, so he just kind of took it out on the nearest people he could find. I don't know.
I like that take. I wish we could have got a little bit more of that. Maybe like he did try going to kill the uncle, and he came upon him dead, and that's like made him snap. Like, yeah,
actually, yeah, that would have been a nice way to see it too.
Also, why did the for sale sign get ridiculously shorter once impaled into that dude on the boat?
You noticed that too? Like, what the fuck?
Shit shrunk like 3 feet.
Not only that, but when he put it back into the ground, it was completely
clean as fuck, dude.
Yeah, there was not a drop of blood on that
Listen,
piece of shit.
I don't know if it's editing or this dude is just that professional, but when he chainsawed a motherfucker's legs, he had no splatter on him whatsoever, dude.
Nope.
Like that's
There
impressive.
was no splatter at all.
when he killed the girl on the deck off screen, he came back and he was completely covered in blood.
He was hosed with that shit, dude. I don't know what.
Yeah, because he came back and me and Steph are both like, why is he so bloody? And then you find her body and her guts are just everywhere.
I have an answer.
Is it gross?
Time of the month.
Ah. Now, if that was true, he would have been bloody before that.
That's true.
Okay,
down on that girl.
I was a little. Okay, so during the scene when he was trying to bang Juliet, right? I believe it was, and she went down for the touch. Did he premature, or was it he just couldn't get it up?
He couldn't get it up.
No, he couldn't.
I think it would have been way funnier if he premature.
Oh, my uncle raped me.
Fair. Yeah. I just thought it'd be funnier if he like prematured. Like that's why he was pissed off.
Yeah, I was actually going to accept that. Like, oh, yeah,
just fucking vinegar every time.
Yeah, like until he was just like, oh, I had too much beer. But even when Puffy Nipples, dude, like she goes for like that weird same kind of just down and the grab, and that's when he like freaks the fuck out. He's like, no, nobody touches there. Like,
I mean,
no touchy.
Again, that could be attributed to Uncle Bad Touch. So
yeah, I've had plenty of beer and had no problems. So,
and what was Uncle Bad Touch's name?
Billy.
Billy. Was this Billy from Black Christmas?
Please don't tease me.
Did he become a police officer?
Billy came back.
Don't tease us because we want to live in a world where Billy is still alive.
Yes.
That's fine.
So he is.
I would much rather have Billy get taken out by another sorority or something than just commit suicide because he's just depressed. Like,
yeah, that would make
somewhere.
sense.
Yeah, like he's hiding out.
Oh, excuse me.
He's hiding out with the killer from Bloodhook.
Him and Lukey are somewhere.
The Gore N More official cut of fucking.
We still need to do that.
Black Bloodhook.
Man, I'm really pissed. This should have been a full-on franchise that went beyond 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost surprised it kind of didn't.
Right?
Yeah,
like
I
90s movies are definitely kind of like, dude, it just has that early 90s instant
I think
feel. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it had Roger Corman behind it, which is probably its biggest drawback, which prevented it from exceeding this 3-movie type thing.
Fair.
Whenever he's taking half the budget and pocketing it for himself, there's not really a lot of lifeblood left in those franchises, or really, sensibility to actually continue to make films.
Just pretty much do what you can do, and that's about it.
You can only do that so much. There's no sustainability there.
Right.
I'm curious as to what a 4th one really would have been.
Which is why we got all these weird spin-offs, which they consider is all same with this series.
If I would have made a 4th one, I would have had the girl from the second one as the killer.
Yep.
Oh, the one who went fucking insane.
Yeah. Just fucking open it in like an insane asylum, and she's like still having dreams about. Oh, you know why the second film's that way? Because it was capitalizing on Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, it was coming off the heels of that.
Yep. The first one kind of didn't really have to deal with that, and then that one was like, "Hey."
By the way, how cool was it to see a Freddy mask in this movie?
Right?
Yo, and those were the masks of the time.
So here you ready? Okay, there's the Nightmare on Elm Street connection, and then the Michael Myers is whenever he's knocking through the thing, and then whenever she's talking to him and doing psychology is the Friday the 13th connection. Yep.
So, and like I said in the chat, dude, he doesn't just go Michael on that door, dude. He goes way fucking farther than Myers.
He does.
He does the Myers, and then he's just like, no, I'm not fucking done, dude. And then he just takes the whole frame and rips that off and fucking chucks it, dude. Like,
that's like a Jason Voorhees mixed with Michael there.
And,
that's
and what if the window jump is a Texas Chainsaw homage?
Yes, to Marilyn Burns.
Yes.
I can see that.
There's so many homages here. It's not even fun.
If you pick it apart, you could. I mean, like, what if they like Fall Break, and they're like, you know what? I like the fish, the giant fish. So we're gonna have.
Dude, so I'm not gonna lie. I was really fucking hoping that fish was gonna come in for a kill, because they kind of talked about it enough to where I was like, oh,
and they did. He eventually broke
it was off
the nose, and he stabbed it. It doesn't matter. We still got. I noticed that the nose was broken, and I was like,
so did I.
Oh my god, somebody's gonna get killed with a fucking fish.
But you know what would have been cool? That fin that's on the back. You know what would have been cool if you really used it fast enough? Slice in the throat.
Right, yeah.
So wait, who got killed with that?
Jan,
The weirdo.
I thought he had a steak in his mouth, dude.
No.
Honestly. Like it looked like a wooden steak.
it was the broken
that,
off.
now that
sword
you say
blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because so that, and this is why I don't know why I was thinking this, but just because he looks like the weird Norwegian in like every vampire movie, I was like, oh, they killed him with a
He's
steak
also
randomly
people under
enough.
the
Like,
stairs.
I've only seen that movie once, dude. It's been
okay.
a minute, so
Oh, you're gonna see it again.
I just remember a lot of BDSM and yeah.
Got it!
I knew that was coming.
Ugh. So yeah, let's get on to our main.
You know,
questions here,
I have a couple questions.
Ooh, what do you got, buddy?
Okay,
Fire away.
why was the weirdo sneaking into the basement of the house in the first place?
Was
Right,
Or
he
was
already-
parking outside
Yeah.
and grabbed him.
No, it showed him climbing in the
No, he
basement window.
climbed in there.
Yeah, he climbed through the
willingly,
window.
and he was watching them kiss.
Oh, maybe because he's
Yes,
a
he
weirdo.
was.
Like, I mean, because he already dropped the book on the thing when they first caught him on the porch, so he didn't have the book anymore. So he has no reason to go inside. You're right.
Maybe he's just a guy that likes to watch stuff.
Maybe.
Here's a
There's
here's a
plenty of
question to add
websites
on.
for that, though.
Here's a question to add on to yours. What is with the creepy archetype of just creepy blonde dude in this
It's
movie?
it's to set up red herrings. That's all it is.
All
Must
over
be,
the place.
Because we have two. We have the guy who's the open house dude, and then we have weirdo. So
Okay, and
The
also
open house
another-
guy.
Yeah, that was another red herring. That was a definite red herring. Who actually kind of saved the day at the end.
Did you it took me a second because obviously where we watched it was grainy as fuck. But did you guys actually know what he was reading there after he sat down for a second?
No.
To make it even more of a red dude, he was reading like science books on like dissecting people and stuff.
He was
Oh,
a doctor.
shit.
He was a doctor, though.
Oh, yeah, he was. Well, he was going to school for it.
Okay, so I must have missed that point because I knew he was reading something weird and I couldn't figure out just because. So I looked into it and yeah, that's what he's reading.
Yeah, I think when he called,
okay.
I think when he called the police, he identified himself as Doctor, whatever his name was.
So that's
Doctor
why
did
the
give him a
officer.
place somewhere. Yeah,
So that's why the officer was instantly just like, "Yes, I'll take you serious."
yeah.
Fuck these
Because
other
he's-
girls. Have been
he
calling
would
all
be
night.
considered a pillar of the community versus a teenager.
Right.
And also, here's another question, and maybe this is just me, but when the one girl's trying to escape, when he's doing that whole blind rage thing, and she's trying to sneak around quietly, why wasn't she throwing stuff on the opposite side of the room to kind of draw him over there as a
So
decoy?
there's a lot of questions
Not
that
smart enough.
I would care. There's a lot of things I would question these characters for, and they are not smart characters by any means. I don't think they're supposed to be.
they're treated like fodder.
Right. And because Chad, I've had so many questions going, why did they go through this? Why did they go to the same sliding glass door 3 different times when
And
they
try
knew
and
it was
open
fucking-
it.
Right.
Just break it.
You got 6 fucking dining room chairs right fucking there. That would
There was an
easily
end
just be like,
table. There was an end table literally right beside the door they could have used too.
listen, I was yelling at the screen so many times during this movie.
We're
But that's
sitting
the
there
same
watching the part where the two guys leave, the killer and the other guy, when they leave together to go get his uncle.
Yes.
I turned to Steph and looked and said, why didn't they all just leave?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
seriously, at that point,
It's like let's just all make a run for it.
sell the house. Don't worry about the body. Boom, you're
Once
done.
again, like TJ said, they're meant to be fodder.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
exactly what they are. I mean,
it's another example of us trying to look too deep into the rabbit hole here.
right. And you got to
Way
take
too deep
this. This is a 1990 horror movie where
Over
if you're
processing.
right. What we want in horror movies now would not ever happen 30, 40.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
Not with
characters were
this
never
one,
that
that's
smart.
for sure.
They just right.
This movie was made to sell videotapes. Fucking accept it, John.
Hey, listen, it gave us puffy nipples, and that's all.
Puffy nipples
I'm
is a
thankful.
legend.
Yeah,
Very thankful.
her hair's a little weird, but other than that, you know.
She
had Elvira hair.
Elvira hair. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Tell
That's what
Elvira
I'm saying.
hair.
It works out perfectly then.
Yes.
It did look a little wiggish though. I don't know why.
Chad, you got any more questions?
No, but also, did you notice that this is kind of weird and kind of disgusting? But
Ooh,
after she took her top off, is it just me or did her boobs look a lot bigger
when she was
prior
in
to
the
that?
top. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, dude. She had that shit stacked, like puffed. Like,
so she definitely had to have had.
There was some tissues in there, dude.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, I'm not the only one that noticed then.
No, dude, because I was very kind of like, oh wow, those were not the D's I was expecting.
Right.
They looked a little smaller there.
It was a healthy B cup, obviously.
It's like the girl in Animal House.
Oh yeah, but he pulls him up and he's just holding on to him.
Yes. Very nice.
Okay, format. We all watch it the same way because it's the only way it's available, which I believe was a DVD rip uploaded to YouTube, which I don't know how much longer it's going to be on there, so go enjoy it while you can.
It's a good thing we did.
The one I watched said it was on there for 10 months, so it could still potentially be on there. But there was constant drops in quality. It went from like VHS quality all the way up to almost 1080 and then back down.
This is when we need to start like a campaign to get Prom Night 2 and this re-released.
Yes.
There you go. And God forbid if you use auto-generated fucking captions on YouTube, because man, if you're not listening, you got a whole different fucking movie.
Oh my God.
So, douche of the movie, boys.
The killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a douche canoe.
Possibly the cop. Also.
Second runner-up.
Yeah. Like...
When the cop's douchey enough that the other cop is calling him out for being a douche.
Like, are you sure? Hell yeah, I'm sure. Don't question me.
So I'll just go while I'm off duty.
Yeah, right.
We don't have to
That's
worry
another
about
slasher trope, though. Useless cops.
It is. It has to be. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Because if you actually had the cop doing his job, then we wouldn't have a fucking movie.
This movie Spinal taps all the tropes, turns them all the way up to 11. Yeah,
love it.
Favorite kill?
Dildo.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's my dildo. But I also have to, that the homage to like the fucking series at the beginning with the kill through the fucking in the car. So nice.
It was great, but I got to go with Death by Dildo because they actually went there. They teased it and like, is she gonna be killed by that?
It ain't
dildo?
no hook in the puss, but Death by Dildo.
It is not.
But what does that just tell you right there? Women's best friend betrayal.
I'm going to say Death by Dildo is my runner-up. My favorite was honestly For Sale Sign. I don't know why. That's
your first. That's my runner-up to that.
Like, even though the editing of that whole scene was just bad.
Terrible.
I loved it. I don't know why. I've never seen a For Sale Sign used in a kill. So I think that's probably where it's like, I can't say I've seen a vibrator used in a kill either, but
I'm sure. No, but we have seen a curling iron used actually up the what. So
yes,
I've seen a dildo that has a knife ejected from the tip used.
That's a whole new level of
okay, you're gonna have to quote the source on that because I'm gonna have to see
what? Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
It is a modern giallo film that plays on modern gay issues. And it's like this dude that goes around killing other gays in his community by tricking them to having sex, and instead he whips out a big dildo and a knife springs from it, and he fucking kills them.
No shit.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name, but I'll look it up real quick. It's on Shudder. Dildo knife.
Is it one of the ones that just dropped like in the last couple months, or has it been out for a while?
Yeah, it's been out for a little bit.
You know something? I'm not sure if I really want to see this now.
I would. Fuck it, dude. I don't give a shit.
It's interesting enough.
Knife plus heart. Knife plus heart. 2018 film.
Okay, so a couple years old. Huh. Interesting.
Yep. Kills him with a dildo converted as a switchblade.
Whoa.
Huh. I feel like that could have been a secret weapon in Machete somewhere too, but.
Yeah.
Or Kill Bill.
You know what? Nothing. It just doesn't compare to the cock rocket, though.
Are we talking about the cock rocket in fucking
Orgasmo?
Orgasmo? Okay.
Oh my
Shooter
God.
boy.
And not Umberto Lenzi's Orgasmo. Not that film.
No, the good one.
Hey now,
the South Park guys.
Hey, boys, what you gonna do? You better fuck me right.
All right, guys, I'm ready to
make me come. I fucking love it. I haven't watched that movie in so long.
Fucking funny movie.
All right. What's that movie? Orgasmo. I've never seen it before. Where are you from? Utah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
So best scene.
Third act.
I'm gonna go. You're gonna go whole third act, huh?
Whole third act.
I'm gonna go with fight scene in the construction yard.
Pretty dope.
I got to go with the striptease because those girls were so into it.
Was a good.
That's
They
true,
really
they
wanted to
were.
see their friends naked.
Yeah,
And
right.
that-
Like
that just confirms what every guy suspects, that that's what a woman's slumber party really is.
to which
It
my
wouldn't be
wife
one
said,
of these
that
movies
doesn't-
without it.
my wife said that she's like, that doesn't happen. I'm like, this was written and directed by women. Don't you fucking lie to me.
It happens.
It does.
Don't burst that bubble. It happens.
No, it
All
does.
the
They wouldn't lie.
time.
I'm a really big fan of that fucking homage to Michael Myers. I think it's just too fucking cool. And he really hams it up.
He
It
does
is,
do
dude.
it
It's like
very well.
anytime you see that kind of door, you're just like, don't hide in there. No.
Why?
We're going there.
Why?
All right.
If she would have grabbed the hanger, I would have been game over, bro.
I love how she
I
just
would've climbed.
pushed him out, though. Like she had the chance to escape, and she was just like, meh, and then went back into the closet.
I would have climaxed right there.
That dude got hit in the head with so many things at the end of the movie.
2 lamps. In the middle of 2 lamps, a glass bowl.
Mhm.
And I lost count after that. I don't know if he got hit.
Well, didn't he also get the glass plate too?
Well, that was the glass plate when
That was the glass-
he was with Puffy Nipples in the room.
Yeah.
But that was
That's
after
what-
that was after he got the red lamp from downstairs, and then he got the other lamp when he was slapping that brunette on the fucking
Oh, yeah.
right.
We
Like
get
this dude
fucked
was
up from those slaps, though.
this dude was definitely mildly concussed by the end of it.
And blind.
And blind.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking bleach in fucking
Why did she add it to the water? She could have just thrown straight bleach in his face.
Either way.
Okay,
either
so
way
I
it would've
thought
hurt.
about that. I thought about that. 'Cause I
Volume.
agree. They already had bleach in the water bucket, anyways, which was I don't know why they would think bleach was. That whole carpet scene was
When you
stupid.
pan
Don't
it
even get me on that
hurry
shit.
up and grab it.
Anyways, yeah, but I was just thinking it's a lot easier to throw an open bucket, even if it's bleached water, versus you know what I mean. Like I don't know. That's where I was just going.
And
You
even
get
with
more
the water,
spread.
even with the water mixed in with it, trust me, that bleach is gonna.
Yeah, that
fucking
shit's
hurt.
still gonna suck ass, dude. Like especially if you just dump the rest of that fucking.
But to explain
Gallon there.
to explain the scene of them using bleach, that's just because they're teenagers and they've never actually had much
I know.
experience with things with bleach. So that's how you can explain that.
Did the adult in you, and maybe you guys are different, but that was my first thing was like as soon as I saw that pizza flipped, I'm like, and that is why you don't have wall to wall carpeting. Fuck that shit.
Well,
dude.
no, that's also goes like this. That's also why you don't have white carpeting either.
True. Very true.
That and red wine.
TJ's like, don't
Red
come to
wine.
my house. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Stay home.
Sorry, dude. I got hard.
There'll be
Jack
no
here,
pity parties in the old Pussy Palace. Fuck that.
There you go. Pizza parties are out in the garage.
Over all the time.
Uh,
I'm gonna get bleach. I'm gonna fucking clean it. Watch.
We leave the red sauce in the kitchen, Bobby.
yo, you
Not
guys
in
got
this
me interested.
household.
I'm not gonna lie. If we're gonna sidebar for a second, you gotta be really interested on this pink sauce, dude. I can't say I've ever even heard of that till today.
It is so good. I can't believe you've never had it.
See,
Listen,
I'm Italian.
I'm
This is
trying to
real.
compute Alfredo and how that's made versus marinara and how that's made, and they just don't
Two
mix in
totally
my-
different
right.
realms.
Like it's just like no, but you guys say it tastes good, and I'm not gonna lie, I want to try
Hey,
it.
you probably put Parmesan on your marinara sauce, right?
It's not the same.
It's
No.
it's not the same, but it's along those lines.
But I don't
And
use Parmesan to make my Alfredo. I use Romano.
They're in the same neighborhood.
Fair.
I don't know.
Romano,
It's
Romano
not.
has a different.
I
melting
will
point.
say this: it sounds good, but to me,
I'm
sounds,
interested.
it
either way.
sounds a little sacrilege.
Hey,
Nah.
I ordered it from an Italian restaurant.
like you said.
The first
get a
place I had it
small
was an
and try
Italian restaurant. I used to work in an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
And they had pink sauce, so it is.
I'll just
Ask your mom if that's the thing, Bobby.
what,
I'll ask her before I go
Yeah.
to bed. Then.
what did you get with said pink sauce? Like
Angel
Gabagool.
hair and chicken.
Hey,
And that's- okay.
where's the freaking gabagoo?
I didn't know if you had it for like dipping your calzone in or something. That's what I guess I kind of okay.
I use it as a sauce for my angel hair and
Dude,
chicken.
I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out the ratio, man, because I feel like is it more Alfredo?
I think it's half and half.
Yeah,
Normally half and half, but you can make it to whatever ratio you prefer.
Yeah.
I do love me some Alfredo, dude. So that's why I'm kind
Like
of
I
like,
s-
ooh.
I
next
make
time you guys have
homemade
spaghetti,
Alfredo
just be like, grab some Alfredo and be like, Oh, I spilled some Alfredo in the pasta sauce. Oh,
We're actually having Alfredo tomorrow.
Damn, how'd that
dirty.
happen?
I love making homemade Alfredo sauce. On that
Dude.
Dump a can of Hunts in there. See what
Like
happens.
CJ, your description of that just makes me think of the old Reese's Peanut Butter Cups commercials.
Oh, yeah. You got chocolate with my peanut butter.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good shit.
Okay.
So remember, pink sauce. Okay.
Opening
Onward.
I'm going to have to say opening scene was a no for me.
Yeah, they were just
Yeah,
playing
I was
volleyball.
not intrigued.
Because I'm just like, oh, a lot of pictures of things I don't know what's
Yeah,
going on.
did not make it to the first episode of Baywatch.
It did not.
So of the tits we saw, who was the nicest? And of the dudes we saw, who was the most handsome?
I listen. I love Puffy, but I gotta say, the blonde had nice.
She was very
which
nice.
blonde? Which blonde?
The one we saw.
Well,
You
yeah,
saw
The one who. All right, the one who.
That
one
was
who
the same
put it
girl.
on.
Same
That
girl.
was Juliet stripping?
Same girl.
yeah, same girl.
Juliet. Yeah.
All right, well, I got to go Juliet, dude. She definitely had the way nicer. Actually, I'm just gonna say for hottest girl though, I thought the first one that got killed, the brunette in the car, I thought she was actually the hottest.
Mhm.
How sad she died so fast.
If we're going for hottest girl, I almost want to go with the pizza girl because she looked
Yep.
really good
Yep.
in previous movies,
She was definitely a little bit of that thick crust. Mm.
but she does not look good now.
No,
Oh.
Wow.
Too many drugs in her youth. But
that'll happen.
I don't know because the main girl wasn't too bad either.
No, she
like,
definitely had a good
there were
90s feel to it.
Why there was a lot of blonde hair in this movie?
There
Was
was.
the director blonde?
No, she was brunette.
Oh, you know what? It's California, so
Fair.
Yeah, there you go.
And for Guy, even though he was a douche man, I got to go with the killer. He was still a suave looking dude. Even though he had some impotence. But
I'm gonna go actually with the Slavic weirdo.
yeah,
Yeah, he was
All
not. He was not a bad looking dude.
Yeah,
just creeping me out
I'll-
on the beach
yeah.
there.
I'll go with the killer. Yeah.
Bobby's just like, I'm not really sure on this one.
Yeah, the killer's
And it-
kind of
I'm
good
not-
looking.
I'm not really sure how to.
Like I like the main girl's boyfriend, but he just looked like he was like 30 years old, and he just looked way too like he just should have not been melding with that group of kids.
And what was with the weird Duncan dude too?
He
Oh, the
voiced
dude-
the professor in Digimon.
Awesome. Did not know that.
Say that again.
Super side note. Okay, so he was definitely playing the I'm a good guy, so hopefully that'll get me laid card.
I'm a good guy. I'm a
And
good guy. Oh yeah.
That's why even that one girl's like, oh, everybody's getting laid but me. He's like, I'm available. That never works. That never ever fucking works. Never in a million years.
You want to
How
know
many
what
times you
works?
try it?
Had he survived, he would have been friend zoned for life.
No.
Oh,
you want to?
yeah.
You want to know what
Unless
works
he
in
came
that
through
situation
you.
if you had to? Oh, it sucks to be you.
Yeah.
I don't really give a shit. That wouldn't have been me anyway. I would have been like, don't really
The
care.
fact that he blew $50 to get a shirt just to get the pizzas so we can go in and talk to the girls. You know what I mean? That dude was desperate.
That's dedication, motherfucker.
That's right.
That's dedication. That's desperation.
That's one way to put it. Right.
And that was
You gotta
$50,
do.
1990 money. That's like
Right?
250 now.
That's some inflation, dude.
Dude.
Ugh.
Did the score set the mood? I'm going to say no because I believe it was the same song just
Let's say
reused
the-
over and over again.
The one synth song that we got.
Yeah.
Same part is- I don't even remember it. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm with Bobby. I don't even remember it either.
Favorite
good.
character?
I don't know. I didn't really think about that for this movie, to be honest with you. I don't
kinda
have
hard.
a favorite.
None
I
of them
don't have a
really
favorite.
stood out. I mean, maybe the killer himself.
You know something? My answer is I don't have a favorite. I'm going with that.
I'm gonna go
I don't
side
have
cop. I'm gonna go second cop. He was my favorite.
Did you say that Hope Carlton was a playmate?
Yes.
Okay.
Was that
Playmate of the year, right?
Janine.
Mm. Yeah, favorite character. That's a tough one, man, because all these characters were not
They weren't
really
memorable.
care for. Yeah, you don't care for them really. It's just kind of all right. Let's watch some girls get murdered. Yeah.
Jackie Cassidy.
It's NA for me. It's NA for me.
The main girl for me.
The main girl.
Yeah, I think she pulls off what she needs to pull off and gets across what she needs to get across.
Is it just me or did she had a slight like young Melissa Joan Hart look kind of going on?
She kind of did.
With the super dark eyebrows with the really light blonde hair, like.
If her hair was longer, she could have pulled it off better.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, was it sketty?
Not really.
Nay.
That's a big nay.
I'll give you a little uncomfortable. Entertaining, yes.
Entertaining, yes.
Little bit of uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
Not as much as a couple episodes ago. So, you know. That's still a standard. I'm going to hold to it right now. It's still fresh. So,
wait, what was a couple episodes ago?
Last House on the Left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah. Chad already forgot about it. He's like,
I did.
Damn it.
The less said, the better.
That's what I'm saying, dude. At least I'll hold it to a standard. Oh man, does it hold up today, gentlemen?
No.
Ooh, it was a very, very much a product of its time.
I want to see a new scan of it, and then I could say that.
I'll agree. I would like to see at least, if not 4K, at least give us a 1080 Blu-ray.
A lot of these TV films and direct-to-video films get a second life in these new scans, so it's hard to say.
We need to petition Shout Factory to redo it.
Re-release, yeah. Make enough noise.
Get it on that bloody disgusting. Come on, guys. We know you listen to us because every fucking week.
Work with us, BD. Work with us. Come on.
Send some stuff our way, too. Some free merch or money, whatever. Come on. Come on. I'm not fucking around here.
Acting.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But I think it was intentionally bad.
Were they really acting? I don't know about you, but to me, I'm over here like...
Yeah. It wasn't the best. I don't think it was still the worst.
No. It could be so much worse.
The waterfalls in, they acted much better as to be part of the movie. I was waiting for somebody to do it.
Oh, I knew where you were going with it. I still want to watch that, dude. It's been so long.
Is it? So do I. It's sad.
Oh man. No, it's I'm gonna say acting was mediocre.
Dude, it sucked.
Well, I'm not. No, I shouldn't say mediocre. Like I said, it's halfway. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So
you're being nice, aren't you?
He's a nice guy. Let him be nice.
I don't want him to be nice.
So I think this question is definitely gonna get pooed on a little bit. But gentlemen, did you like the cinematography?
What cinematography, John?
Yeah. Wait, yeah.
What are you talking about? You didn't like the close up of that polo cue just going?
Well, for one, the 360p didn't help with me appreciating Dick, and then coupled with that, whoever shot this wasn't really trying that hard. It was
very static shot.
With shot composition and everything, it was like, what's the bare minimum I can do here to make this scene, usable?
Work, right.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I can say about this film. I mean,
Cundy could do better in his sleep.
Mm-hmm. Literally, yeah. Cundy's assistant, who doesn't make any money, could do better.
Cundy's coffee boy could do better.
Listen,
awesome.
The dog he definitely owns.
Cundy's dog.
Let's be real.
Fucking A. Premise, boys.
Premise?
Yeah. The premise was fun. I love the premise.
Premise is the first one. You can't go wrong.
That's why it worked for this movie, but
I'm with Chad though. I'm almost surprised you didn't get up to like a number 10 on this series just for the
I'm disappointed
you know what I mean? Like, because it could have either went just super campy, even more like to the funny, or it could have went to the uber fucking like over the top gore and shit, which personally I would have loved, but like
and now that you say that, this came out in 1990, so say like a fourth one probably would have been like a 93. How much? All right. So here's a question: how much gore do you think would have been amped up if this kept going into the '90s? Because the '90s was a really weird time if you think about it.
Are we talking like Wishmaster gore, or maybe not that much? Because I mean, Wishmaster was '97. That had a lot, but that
it's either going to be it's either going to be way over the top, or it wouldn't have been.
You know why we didn't get more of these?
It would have been extreme this way, extreme this way.
That would depend on if it came out before or after '96. If it came out after '96, less gore.
Listen, if you got one more out before Scream, it probably could have made the series keep going.
That's exactly what I was going for.
I feel Scream probably tipped the fucking... Well, we know it tipped the levy for slashers, and it changed the whole fucking genre at that point. Like, so you didn't
You're
get
making
any
me
classic.
sick, John.
I'm sorry. You look a little pale. You look a little verklempt. You should try breathing.
Yeah, we can't talk about that one Wes Craven film, please. Just enough. Enough of this.
But I mean, I personally think that if it did come out, I think we would have gotten it before Scream. I think because it still would have been one of those where they wanted to keep it like '80s, '90s, knowing the people who would have been behind it if they wanted to.
Well, I feel like that's where you definitely would have had you either would have had it's going to stay in the past with that kind of feeling, or it's going to have to jump to something new. But is it going to try to go the whole meta route that everything was going at that point?
But for this franchise, I think that would have worked.
Personally, I would have liked if this franchise went almost as crazy as like Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Face is great.
I think meta could have worked for a fourth sequel.
Meta doesn't work for shit.
Well, for this franchise, I don't know. It could have worked if done right. I think that's me.
The only way it could have worked is if they would have acknowledged that all the previous three movies existed in the same universe. I mean, we know 1 and 2 did. 3 just kind of seems to be its own separate thing.
Or if this dude was like taking inspiration from those first 2 films.
So, yeah, I was gonna say you could almost take out, even though 2 is what it is. You could almost take out 2 and have 1 and 3 and connect. Yeah. Like
it what I mean? Could have worked.
2 is like Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's part of the franchise, but it exists in its own little fucking world because that was kind of like Jesse's experience with Freddy on his own, and then that was that girl's experience with the Driller Killer on her own, and how she sees the Driller Killer in her nightmares. So it's all relative in some shape or form, I guess. But yeah, the lack of connection to the franchise is just
a very weird shape or form. That's for sure.
Like I said, man, we had a sweet, awesome swap van that I wanted more of.
So recycle, rewind, remake, boys.
I would say rewind.
If I got a better copy, I would rewind.
Give me a cleaner cut, and if not, I would almost say remake. I think you can make it a lot more visceral and way more over the top.
Reboot.
Maybe not either way. Like, I mean, obviously, yeah. If you're gonna remake this one, you have to remake the whole series. You can't just jump into 3.
Or remake the whole series into 1.
You know what? Having it modern day could play some really fucking funny things, like the drilled battery dying midway.
And then, like, him just running through the back, like him just see. I could just see something crazy, dude. Like him, like coming up with some like crazy like battery pack and shit like that, dude. Like a full like belt.
No,
like,
he would be pulling some Victor Crowley shit.
Or a GIMP party, whatever.
Oh, there you go.
Like it.
Yep, lots of leather and zippers. Yep. Okay, we got it, baby.
Oil,
rating. Too. Let's rate this motherfucker. Let's start with Chat Daddy.
Remember, you gave number 2 a 1.
This is
how
tough.
much did you enjoy it, Chad? No, just let it.
Just let it roll out the tongue. Just
no shame.
3 1/4. I really enjoyed it more than I thought it would.
I'm gonna have to go 2.5, buddy.
2.1.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Listen, we all just gave it better scores than we gave the second one. So
shit, I messed it up.
Or maybe we didn't.
What was John's score again?
2.5, buddy.
Fuck, I fucked up again.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Get out the quackulator. Hold on.
Stop
it's going to average out to about 3.
Get it over, man.
We'll say Gore N More score of 3 out of 5 for Slumber Party Massacre 3.
So that means this got 3. Mm-hmm. 2 got 2. What did we give number 1?
I don't.
It was better than 2.
You guys.
You didn't?
No.
Man, I thought you did.
Might be pre-Bobby.
It might have been like, say, Bobby wasn't too far off when I joined in. It was only
but I know I didn't watch the first one with you. I know I did.
Fair enough. Chad's got the notes, baby.
We gave it a 3.
All right.
I like that it went from 3 to terrible to 3.
Yeah, but you know what?
The second one's better than all of them. My score for the second one was really high. So
actually, it was lower than what you just gave this one. You gave you gave the second one a 3.
Did I?
Just gave this one a 3.5. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what I gave the second one.
Listen, the only reason I remember is because I just listened to our episode.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what the hell did we review the last one? I should do. But yeah, so not bad. I would say that's pretty good.
I would say it's fair. Fair enough.
So next week is 1990 Night of the Living Dead, the Tom Savini remake. I feel inspired to go to the graveyard and maybe shoot a little intro video for you guys.
I would love that. And I think the Gorehounds probably would too.
Maybe just like a video of me popping out of random locations from the movie screaming Gore N More, like Tim and Eric style.
It's like what, 10 minutes away from you?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Aaron and I can grab the new camera and we can head up and shoot some fucking intros. Yeah, maybe next week we won't have a countdown. Maybe we'll have a countdown that fades into a video.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I love how we're sticking in the 90s though.
Yeah, this is a lot of 90s lately.
This continues my Romero / of the Living Dead.
Was this your pick? Was the remake?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I had to do a 90s film, and this is the only thing that I could.
And I'm assuming Chad's is the week after that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because I know we've been talking about that for a minute.
What's Chad's pick after this?
Zombie.
Oh, yes.
Very nice keeping it with the zombies the next couple of weeks.
Fulci classic. I can't wait for Brody to review it.
The splinter to the eye.
I'm excited, dude. I haven't watched the fucking Night of the Living Dead remake in a long ass time.
It's so good. It
is, dude. And I feel like it's always one that's kind of forgotten, which makes me sad because it is so good. Like, I mean, they've remade fucking Night of the Living Dead how many fucking times, dude? Like, shit, I've even watched the one with Captain Spaulding in it that was 3D. It was fucking terrible.
You know what the sad part is? I didn't actually know there were more remakes of it. I always thought that there was just this one, honest to God.
No, there's like fucking a handful of them, dude.
You want to know why? I felt this was the best remake version you're ever going to get.
I mean, it was fantastic, dude. And yeah. We get Candyman. He's great in it, dude.
Oh, who's the girl? We saw her in another one of our films.
Yes,
the redhead.
She's in. She's also in another movie that's not a horror movie.
What's that?
She's in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Remember when he's in the arcade? He taps that one girl on the shoulder, turns around. It's her younger by a few years.
Oh, okay.
Patricia Tallman.
I know she does. I know she did a lot of stunt work.
Jurassic Park.
She was in Jurassic Park?
Yeah, stunts.
Oh,
like Chad just said.
She's known for stunt work more than acting.
We see her in the background in Roadhouse. She's Julie in Romero's Night Riders. She's the possessed witch in Army of Darkness. Dark Skies, the TV series. She's a repeat actor on Deep Space Nine and as well in Voyager. Was on Babylon 5 as Lyta Alexander.
Yeah, nobody watched that show.
Yeah, I know.
What's that? Got me on that one.
I can't see any other films. Monkey Shines as a party guest, so she was definitely in the Romero film family for the beginning of her career because she also did Tales from the Dark Side episode. So that's definitely probably where I saw her from. I was just watching that not too long ago. She was in the 90s Flash TV show as well.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Dude, I remember that. I haven't watched that in a minute.
That was a good show.
It was. I remember when I was a kid, I always, for some reason, thought that was Bruce Campbell when I first saw it. I don't know why.
Oh, she did
the chin.
It was the chin, dude. You're probably right. Because that dude definitely has that fucking just... They got that fucking monster chin. So
Creepshow 2, she did stunts as well.
Oh shit!
Yo, you know what comes out on DVD tomorrow, gentlemen? And I definitely want to get it. Well, I'm hoping Blu-ray, obviously, as well. But Psycho Gorman.
Oh shit! It does.
I've heard great things, and I just wanted to get it right off the bat. I don't even.
Brody watched it, so you can talk to him about it.
I feel like that'd be a great one for the Beetle Bros to cover.
Right. They do want to branch out eventually.
Yeah.
I have to do it.
Well, they're eventually going to finish their show, you know?
Right. I was going to say, is like,
because there's only so many episodes of that show.
Yeah.
But then once you got a fan base, then there's so much more you can go into.
Yeah, but with a name like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they did
eventually.
The Void. Same director as The Void from 2016.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's a John pick for this year.
Tentacles, buddy.
That
Hey, man.
Oh,
I've only watched it once. I didn't love it.
I didn't dislike it.
It was one of those ones where I
was.
was like, I feel like I need to rewatch it again to just, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And like we discussed last week, when we lost Bobby, but I like us doing the weird, obscure ones that people
they get
might not
more
know
and more
about.
fun as we do them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. Just, it's different shit you wouldn't normally watch, or
Yes.
Hence why the title is Gore and More.
like, dude, I can honestly say, I don't think anybody else would have ever pushed me to watch Slumber Party Massacre 3. So I thank you, John, for making, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I have that in my box now. I'm good to go.
The funny thing is, my sister watched these movies when they first came out when she was a teenager. So I was aware of them, but I never seen them until.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
it was,
guys, we'll do a little plug here. Just a friendly reminder that the Gore N More podcast is part of the Project Louder podcasting network. Head on over to projectlouder.net, your source for pop culture and so much more, to check out some of the other great podcasts there, such as the Big Bad Beetle Bros podcast, Bonehead Weekly, Box Office Banner, Ghoulies Unflushed, the official unofficial podcast for everything Ghoulies, Jerk the Curtain, Lights Camera Exploitation, Rants from the Black Lodge, Somewhat Supernatural, the TJ Bowser Power Hour, Two Guys on Friday, Wicked Wednesdays, and Wrestling Ruined. All those are also available on iTunes, Spotify, Audible, Google Play, and anywhere else you consume audio-only content. This is your host with the motherfucking most, TJ Bowser, saying see you guys next week.
This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, Chad Crispin, saying, see you next time, bitches.
This is your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying, see you later, Gorehounds.
This is your killing machine, Bobby and Moan, saying, fucking kill you motherfuckers later.
Oi, you. Yeah, you cunt. You want to know why you look like a drop pie? Well, that's because you're not wearing any Project Louder merch, you fucking goddamn lousy son of a bitch. How about you do us all a goddamn favour? Park up, pull your fucking head in, visit the website over at projectlouder.net, click on the merch tab, and most of all, tell yourself you're sick of looking like an asshole. Grab some of that merch, treat yourself to a nice cold frothy, and start being the mad cunt we both know you truly are before I stab you in the face with a soldering iron. Cheers, cunts.
Hello there, creepy ghouls. Do you like spooky things and horror movies? Then Cabin 13 has the stuff for you. Check out their selection of horror-themed props, pins, busts, action figures, collectibles, and more. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Be sure to visit cabin13.com and buy something, or I'll kill you! Marcio Charlie's Horror Costume Studios. Premium hand-sculpted latex masks, busts, and hoods. Everything is handmade and painted by Marcio himself. Be sure to check out his wide range and selection of products over at Facebook and Instagram at Horror Costume Studios.
Oh, hello. Do you know about Project Louder? Well, let me tell you. Project Louder is home to 16 of the finest podcasts a nerd could possibly procure. They have a show for everyone. Whether you're into horror films, modeling, comics, 90s kid shows, or that weird tentacle-filled subgenre you search for at 3 in the morning. So head on over to projectlouder.net and treat yourself to something truly exquisite.
Graveyard Classics. Horror-themed tees and posters, professional in-house screen printing, and Jaclay prints. Powered by Death Style Art and Graphics. Go see what you can dig up over at graveyardclassics.net.
Come on down to Masked by Lance, Premium Friday the 13th custom-made hockey mask down there in Tennessee by Lance McKinney. Find him on Facebook and Instagram over at Masked by Lance.